playing soccer and collecting model railroads.
In the record business, you're only as good as your last album. What Have You Done For Me Lately has become the byword of the industry, and who knows better than Rod Stewart?
Your hearts be free tonight. Time is on your side.
Rod Stewart heads the list as one of the most enduring performers in the history of rock and roll. Since 1971 with Maggie May, Rod has been a superstar on stage and a legend off stage with his flamboyant lifestyle.
I won't be that Jonathan, I know. It's gotta last forever.
But times have changed, and so has Stewart's career. His last album, Body Wishes, did not do well. His tours used to be headline grabbers, but this summer the spotlight and the fans are following others.
Oh no, not again. It hurts so good, I don't understand. Infatuation.
Now he's fighting hard to recapture that lost momentum. His latest single, Infatuation, will be his first top 10 hit in nearly 3 years. Hoping to ignite the crowds, he's in the middle of a reunion tour with longtime friend Jeff Beck. What is it about the rehearsal and putting it together that's fun for you?
Well, we just, we play 2 or 3 songs, and then we go around the pub and have a drink, and then we come back again, have, a few more songs, we go around the pub and have another drink, but you can't do that when you do a live concert.
On the last album, some of the criticism was he's not concerned about the music anymore.
Of course I'm concerned about the music. I mean, that's their opinion. I'm very concerned about the music. It's my livelihood, and it's something I'm very, very proud of. You just can't be consistent year in and year out and make good albums. We all go through bad spots, and I think I went through a bad spot last year with the last album. This album, I think, is going to get hopefully good critical reviews and sell well, because I'm real proud of this one too. It's only in retrospect that you look back and you realize you've made mistakes. I mean, we're all allowed to make mistakes.
Well, what was wrong with the last one?
I produced it, basically, and it was badly produced. It didn't have a very good sound. It didn't sound good on the radio. And I think records have to sound extremely good on the radio now. There's a certain sound, a certain drum sound that you have to have, which I think I've got on this album.
I was reading an interview that you did about a year ago, and you said, well, I'm 38. At 40, I can't imagine myself jumping around on stage like this. Well, you're 39 now. That's a year away.
I changed my mind. I thought a lot more about approaching 40 when I was 32, for instance, but now I'm getting up there. It doesn't really worry me. I think I look pretty good, and I'm wearing it fairly well.
Except to go up on stage and do what you do, it really is a grueling physical workout for you every night.
I find it easier now than I did when I was 23 or 24, much easier.
How long do you think you can keep going?
Well, I think a lot of basic rules have changed in rock and roll over the years. In fact, there are no rules now. I don't think it's got anything to do with age. I don't think it's got anything to do with looks. It's got a great deal to do with music and what you put on the vinyl. And you're as good as your last record.
Wednesday, in part 1 of our interview with Rod Stewart, he talked about his life on stage and in music. Now in part 2, he talks with Mary Hart about the perils of fame and his personal life.
Oh no, not again. It hurts so good, I don't understand.
Rod Stewart's 20-year career has had its ups and downs. He's on an upswing now with Infatuation, his first top 10 single in 3 years. He attracts attention with his music, but it is often overshadowed by the attention paid to his personal life. Do you think you've been misrepresented an awful lot in the press over the years?
Oh, a great deal. Yeah, a great deal.
What are some of the things that have hurt you the most?
I think people that have worked for me and ex-lovers that have gone and sold their story to the English papers. And has been, today I think my sordid life has been sold 9 times so far by lovers and ex-people who have worked for me. And that really hurts. People who you've put a lot of trust in and you've paid well. I don't know how people can do it.
It seems like for everything that's said about somebody, most often it's based on some little bit of fact.
Oh, you mean where there's smoke, there's fire? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of truths there. It's just the fact that I'm not denying everything that's been said in the papers. It's just that they were private things between me and another person that I didn't want to divulge to the rest of the world. I'm not denying what happened.
Yeah.
It just hurts.
Yeah. I think it was a shock to your fans when you finally, the legendary Bachelor, got married and started having children. And yet it seems like, just talking to you and reading about your time with the family, that you have enjoyed being a parent.
Oh, absolutely.
And you
absolutely.
adapted to it easily.
Yeah. I think it's, once kids come into your life, you get everything in perspective, you know. Things you used to think were very important are no longer so important once kids come into your life, because that's it. It's the most important thing.
They're still young. They're not in school yet, I presume. Do they go on tour?
Right now.
They're in preschool, so they can't really tour with you.
Yeah, they can. They're going to come to, hopefully they're going to come out and see me in New York, stay with me. We're going to work that one out. It's going to be very difficult, but they'll be there with me. And they love it too. I mean, they've been on the stage with me. Last year in London, they came up at the end of the show and they came up on the stage and the audience loved it.
I'm sure they did.
I didn't, they upstaged me. Get off.
There are other performers who don't like to go out on tour. It's torture for them. Where do you stand?
I love being on the stage. I mean, I absolutely love it. Out of the two, recording and stage work, I prefer the stage because of the instant response. You get instant gratification. It's a selfish thing in a way, I suppose.
How did your whole onstage persona develop?
Basically, knowing that you're an entertainer and people want to be entertained, and it's no good just going up there and standing at the microphone for 2 hours and just singing. I mean, you have to just throw your body about.
Throw your body about?
And I do throw it about.
You really do.
It's been my downfall.
No, wait, why do you say that?
No, change the subject. Carry on. Come on, carry on with what you were talking about.
You said it, I didn't.
Left myself wide open there.
You've paid a lot of attention to your image, your physical image, how you look, and the fact that you are a sex symbol. That's still important, isn't it?
Well, I think sex has got a lot to do with rock and roll. I think the two go hand in hand. And I think if you've got a little bit of sex appeal, one should flaunt it slightly, perhaps.
You know, it seems like we've gone, for the last 2 years, through a new video revolution in music. How important...
It's saved the music business. I think video has really saved it. MTV has saved it.
So you approve of what's happening?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think, however, we're putting too much emphasis on the video aspect rather than the music?
Well, I think they both go hand in hand. I think it's possible now to write a song with the video in mind. I don't think that harms the song. You can't make a good video out of a bad song.
In watching the videos that you have done, it's apparent that you're very comfortable, or at least it seems like you're very comfortable on camera. Have you ever considered pursuing some kind of an acting career?
Yeah, I would love to. I really would. Probably in the next couple of years.
Really? Is it something you're actively planning right now?
No, it's something in the back of my mind. I mean, I would love to do some sort of comedy. I don't think I could be a serious actor. I would like to do something like Dudley Moore and Arthur. I would love to have done that. I mean, I could have done that so easy. I'd love to have, really.
What are you going to do to make it happen for yourself?
Well, I have to get the touring finished first, and then there's not much I can do. I mean, I'm just offering myself. I believe I can do it. I'm confident I can do it, and just hope someone comes along and says, Rod, do you want to be in this funny film, as you're a fairly funny person, and be funny in it? That's what I'll do.